Hey everyone, this is our team call for, well, I should look at this before I start, December 10th. And so today we have a guest speaker that I'm so excited to hear from. Amy Estrada's here to share her journey and share how she got to Emerald in just 2 months of being a coach. She's going to share her techniques and what's worked for her. And like I say all the time, what works for me might not work for you guys. What works for her might not work for everyone else. But you'll notice that a lot of the things she talks about is probably exactly what every other coach does and needs to be doing, and is what Dakota and I preach about all the time. So, just a couple things about Amy. She signed up September 25th of this year, and by November 26th, so like exactly 2 months, she was Emerald rank. She's busted her butt ever since she signed up. Her and I met because in 2014, in October of 2014, one of her friends liked my post about my Luminous Woman group. And so she decided she wanted to join my Luminous Woman group because she had a wedding coming up. So her and Mark got married, and she had committed to our challenge groups, and she'd been in them for a very long time, and her and I became really good friends. And so I approached her about coaching, and the rest is history. She's been absolutely awesome. We've had the blessing of being able to meet her and Mark, which was just absolutely phenomenal. And she's the long lost best friend that I've always wanted. So it's just been absolutely awesome to be able to get to know them. And I'm so excited to hear her share her journey tonight. Take it off, Amy.
Okay. All right. So I guess go to the beginning. Danielle asked me, why do you want to be doing this? What makes you want to get involved with Beachbody? What's your why? And in the beginning, it was super general. Like I wanted to get healthy. I wanted to lose weight. I wanted to feel better about myself. But I quickly realized that wasn't enough. I signed up to be a coach at the end of September, but it wasn't until mid-October that I actually, started my page called Live Fit and really jumped into being an active coach and doing everything that I needed to do because my whys were so general. So then I got one that was a little more specific. I became pregnant, and so I told myself, well, I need to be healthy for our growing child, and just make sure that I was the best vessel for this child to grow in. And unfortunately, that didn't work out. The pregnancy ended, and I think I was 5 weeks. And so that pushed me so much more. So I had a specific why. I had a real reason, something that I could hold on to, and it was more personal. It wasn't anybody else's why. Everybody else wants to be healthy. Everybody else wants to lose weight. You need to find something that's specific to you. What's your real why? Put a name to it. So that's the most important thing, I think. So the next thing, something that I struggled with in the beginning was the whole Success Club thing. It's a lot of pressure, I think, for new coaches. You have to worry about, getting 5 Success Club points, and you're like, well, I don't even know what that is yet, and you want me to try to get to it. So instead of thinking about selling stuff, I decided to turn it into thinking about helping people. So instead of getting 5 Success Club points, I said, well, why don't I just help 5 people? Why don't I just make sure I'm talking to enough people to get me to those points? So that helped to take away the salesperson aspect of it, because that can be really intimidating for a new coach who has absolutely no sales experience. I'm an engineer. I know nothing about selling stuff to people, but when I turned it into being passionate about what I'm doing and just turning that into their passion, that took away the pressure. So what do I do every day? A lot of stuff. I reach out to at least 2 new people, or they reach out to me. It depends on what type of forums I'm taking advantage of. And then I also make sure that I reach out to the people that are on my team currently, because those are the people that are going to be obviously more likely to jump into challenge groups. Your challengers are going to be your coaches one day, right? So the people that you already have in your group that are watching you, that are following you, you want to reach out to them and see what they're liking, see what they don't like. For example, I had one girl who she wasn't really doing anything. She wasn't talking at all. She wasn't saying much, but one time I posted about the coach opportunity, and then I posted about the challenge groups, and now she's a coach. So I hadn't talked to her since I signed her up, and I kind of felt bad, but once I reached back out to her, she decided to sign up. So it's important to reach out to the people that you already have with you too. And then it's important to spend time figuring out what they want to see. So making sure that your team page is showing things that people want to see, not just what you want to see. So I was always talking to them and seeing what they liked, what are they sharing, what do they want to see come from your page, because if you're only posting things that you like, well, then it's only your page, but it's your team's page. So one girl, she really likes recipes. One girl, she wanted to see things that made healthy foods good, her kids would like. And, how to make them eat carrots, how to make them eat zucchini, so that she could spread it across her whole family instead of just limiting it to the person who was on my team. Now her husband was in on it. Now her 3-year-old was in on it. And it became something that she benefited from more, and she could be more passionate about being a part of my team because I was helping people she loved. Let's see. So then clean eating groups are awesome because they're free, and everybody loves free stuff. So as soon as you post that and you say, free clean eating group, everybody jumps in. And if you put on a free prize for people who participate every day, that helps too, because like I said, everybody loves free stuff, right? So those help a lot. And what's good about doing the free clean eating groups, you can post about them anywhere. So I go on like garage sale sites, local town pages like my Village Hall page, and advertise them on there. So you can spread the word on those really well, and it doesn't really require much on the part of the people you're reaching out to. All they have to do is join and follow you, and then they learn to trust you, and then they join your team, and then you hopefully get them on as a coach or sell them something. Okay, so the next thing that was really critical in my success was just being consistent, posting every day, even if nobody liked anything or said anything. It was just important to make sure that I put something out there a couple times a day, because even when I wasn't getting anything from anyone, people would reach out to my husband, or they'd reach out to me and they'd say, well, I've been following you and I want Shakeology, or I want to do that program you're doing. Mark has friends that are reaching out and saying, well, you lost 22 pounds in 29 days. I want to do that too. What did you do? We have a girl that's signing up for Shakeology that Mark works with. She's not even on our team page, but she said she's been following. She never liked anything. She never commented on anything. And now she's getting Shakeology. So you never know who is going to see it. And this is the last person that I thought would ever order Shakeology. So just keep posting, no matter if you feel like it's worthless, if nobody's liking anything, they're still seeing it. And then the last thing that was super important is personal development. Whether I like it or not, first thing in the morning, Mark's got personal development going, and he has Zig Ziglar and Les Brown, who I don't know if everyone knows who that is, but they're very loud speakers, especially Les Brown. So when my husband wakes up an hour before me and I have to wake up to that man's voice every morning, it's a good way to get yourself going. And definitely personal development every day, especially early in the morning, like my husband likes. It sets the mood for your whole day. It keeps you motivated. The very first thing you want to do right after you listen to something like that is you want to share it. So then you go on your team page and you share something inspirational. And to me, inspiration is contagious. I have a page called Urge to Inspire, and I've had a couple people tell me that being a part of that page has made them want to spread happiness and spread smiles through their pages, because a lot of people, all they see is crap on these news feeds. So like I said, inspiration is contagious, and if you keep doing this personal development, it spreads on to how you talk to other people and how you share your message as a coach. So GoPro, I know that we're doing that right now in the academy for the people that are just starting it. That book, I mean, Danielle, I love you, and you're a really good coach, and I wasn't sold on the whole marketing business aspect of it. It just kind of scared me. It wasn't a guaranteed paycheck, so I was really nervous about it. But when I listened to GoPro for 5.5 hours on the drive home from meeting you, it really sunk in that this could be real because it's whatever you make it. You know, whatever time you put into the business is whatever you're going to get back out of it. And that's what you learn from GoPro, which is personal development. So if it wasn't for that book, for that personal development, probably wouldn't still be doing this, because it's a lot of work, but it really does pay off because of what you pay into it. So that's it.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you for sharing all that.
You're welcome.
So you mentioned your Urge to Inspire group. Do you want to share with everyone what where that group originated from, or why you started that?
Okay, so I don't even know when I started it, but at the time I was talking to someone. It's a young girl. I worked with her at my husband's work, and she was really depressed all the time and always sad statuses, and she was just really unhappy. And I was just tired of, like I said, tired of seeing nothing but negativity in people's feeds. And I know when I join a group and someone posts in a group, I get a notification. So I started this group, and I made sure that people got notified if I add them to it. Every time I add something, you know, as a post, you get notified and you automatically see it. So I just did it, and I started adding almost everyone I knew, anyone who I thought might benefit from the different posts I put up. And I was never trying to get anything out of it, and it was way before Beachbody. Yeah. Oh yeah, it was way before Beachbody, at least a year. So it was just my urge to inspire. It was a way to get positivity into these people's news feeds.
What I absolutely love about that is that you were wanting to change people's lives before you even got into Beachbody. Mm-hmm. So that's one thing that I always talk about with Beachbody is it is just so unique from anything else that you can do, because that's what we're here for, is to help encourage people and inspire people and be that person that could literally change that person's life. And that right there to me is priceless. The money, obviously, I don't post about it very often just because I'm not comfortable with that. Dakota loves money. That's his thing. He loves crunching numbers, all that, not me. And so it's hard for me to show the potential of that, even though it's huge. Like, that was just the financial aspect of Beachbody has been a major bonus outside of all these messages I'm getting of people saying, you're the only one that's been there for me throughout this journey, you know, or any message like that. Marriages that have turned around because of getting healthy and fit and having focused fitness to guide them through. I mean, so it's really cool that, you know, before Beachbody even came into your life, you were trying to change other people's lives. So it just came in hand to hand with you, and it's obviously going so well, and you're figuring it out, and you're doing all the right things. Everything that we make team calls about, and the things that we're just drilling into your guys' heads about being repetitive with your personal development and reaching out and being a product of the product, you're doing all of that consistently. So it's pretty cool. And, Mark alone, just by his incredible results, when people see proof, it just blows them away and they want in on it. By the way, awesome job. It's been awesome watching you transform over the last few weeks, Mark. It's great. Mm-hmm. But thank you for sharing that, Amy.
You're welcome.
So I did want to add real quick, and then we'll try to get in some questions. Does it show how much time we have left on your phone? Nope. Okay. So how to get to Emerald. I've made videos on this. If you need a tutorial, we're obviously doing our Smart Start Academy right now to help you with that. But when I started, I wasn't so much about the rank. Really, I was just trying to build Focus Fitness, and that was my first focus. Because when I started, you guys know I didn't really have a coach. He was there and then he quit. So I didn't have much guidance, and I didn't realize the importance of each stepping stone of Emerald rank, Ruby, Diamond. So when I did realize the importance of it, the first thing I thought of, okay, how could I get there? Who could I talk to? Obviously, my husband was first. And then I was thinking of any other opportunity. Actually happened to be one of my reach outs that got me my second coach, which was pretty cool. But after that, there's a list in my online office, like a contact list, and I have posted it in our trainings too. It's a contact list that basically teaches you how to think of who else, coworkers, friends, family, we know so many people. Can you think of one person that might be interested or it'd be worth bringing up to just to get you to that one stepping stone of Emerald rank? I've said this a lot of times, and I want to say it again just because it's December. If you do reach Emerald rank this month and hit Success Club 5, it's a huge stepping stone for January because those Success Club leads are going to just come flying in. Julie Downs told me today she got 3 leads today, just 3 random people who got assigned to her as a coach just today. I mean, imagine what January is going to be like. That's awesome. So, like you said, I really, really liked, Amy, how you said, and I know I've said it before, but probably not as much as it needs to be said about Success Club 5. And I think a lot of people do view that as the first thing they're thinking is like, oh, I have to sell. But you're right. It's not. It's people, those lives that you're changing. When you think about that, when you sell someone a challenge pack and they're committing to 30 days of Shakeology and that workout program, that can literally change someone's life. That's a big deal. So you're responsible for keeping up with them and making sure that they're doing well. That's what your teams are for, to help them stay committed. And just think about the impact of each of those Success Club points. You're not in this for the points. That's not what it's for. And that's why we do follow-ups. That's why we have our teams. A lot of businesses don't run challenge groups on the side and, all these bonuses that we do to help motivate our challengers. So you guys got to think of it like that, your heart needs to be into it. And like you said, your why can be so powerful. So I know we have a lot of new coaches right now. If you don't know your why, that's huge, guys. You need to figure out why you are doing this and what moves you to be doing what you're doing and what are your goals. And I like that you also mentioned you have your daily to-do list as well. I think that definitely helps with the organization. I'm sure you agree.
Yep. And I meant to mention 2 things that I use that are important. I have 2 dry erase boards in my dining room. I write the goals on them every month, like weekly goals, what I plan to do during the week. And then my monthly goals, what I want. So obviously I want Success Club 5. And then I have my Beachbody Bible. It has all the information about Beachbody, and I do research at least once a day. I read something about Shakeology or how to run a challenge group or just anything. Just learning not only about, people, but the business too, because they're going to ask questions. You're going to need answers.
Right. Exactly. That's awesome.
And then one more thing. The best piece of advice I could give is bother your coach every day. I talk to Danielle every day, and I thought at first she was going to hate me, and she was going to be like, oh my God, I'm trying to eat, or I'm trying to pee, or I'm trying to sleep, leave me alone. But I would not have been able to do this without her. and without taking advantage of the knowledge that she has to offer. And you're never going to bother your coach, because their success is your success, and they are only as successful as you are. So it's important to always remember that you have someone that is willing to teach you and willing to talk to you while they pee if it's absolutely necessary. So keep bothering them, because she loves it. Sorry.
It's on point. You did good. All right. Well, I think I'm going to unmute everybody so that we can squeeze in some questions if anybody has some for Amy or me. All right. Everybody's unmuted.
Julie, your dog is adorable. I've been watching you play with his ears.
Did anybody have any questions? No? Okay. Is everybody finding the training to be helpful?
Yes.
Who's enjoying it?
Yeah.
Good. Okay. It's pretty really different from our last trainings. Like I said, I totally revamped this one, and I really wanted to trigger the pinpoints of what I saw my coaches are struggling with. And so that's what I'm trying to put a lot of focus in. And after this one, I really would like to advance to our emeralds. Once you reach emerald, I want to do an emerald to diamond training. So if you're emerald already or you're really close, we're going to do an emerald to diamond training. And we're probably going to do another one just like what we're doing now, but maybe a step up higher for the ones that are going through it right now, and then repeat this one for new coaches. That makes sense. So you guys will probably see me posting a lot about new trainings. But yeah, so I'm really excited for the new year, guys, because it's going to be huge. Reminder that we have Super Saturday on January 9th. So you guys need to look in your local areas and see where a Super Saturday is. And if you have local friends that are coaches, hook up with them. Victoria.
Can we find that on the Beachbody page?
Yeah, if you go to your online office, there's a list of all the Super Saturdays in your area, and you can figure out. And at the end of January, I'm going to a national new leader conference that I don't know who that is. That's like. Okay, I think it was Julie. And at the end of January, I have our new leader conference in LA that I'm going to for coaching. So that will help teach me ways to better coach you guys for higher levels of training and all different things. So I'm really, really amped up about that because I can implement them with our team and teach you guys some more things. So that'll be a lot of fun. What? I don't know. Have we hit 10 minutes yet? Dakota says that I should explain what that training is for, so I'm going to tell you guys. So basically, for me to make it to this training, I had to hit 2-star diamond rank, and I had to I got my hotel covered if I had a certain amount of elite points in a certain amount of time frame, and I hit both those goals. So I was able to go. So only 2-star diamond rank coaches and above make it to this leadership. If you don't know what it takes to become 2-star, so let's say you hit diamond rank and one of your personal coaches hits diamond rank, that would put you at 1-star. So, and once they hit diamond, you would have to have them hold that for 6 weeks, and then you would become that solidified 1-star diamond coach. So every coach you have underneath you that goes diamond counts as a star. So I hope that makes more sense. But it's a really high up leadership, and it's their first one they've done, so it'll be really interesting. I can't wait to share all the information with you guys. It's a month away, so. Still no questions? Okay, I'm going to stop recording.